The conference is bringing together a number of people from different countries and different disciplines to try to see how we can make something out of human material which will be more relevant than perhaps the current animal models which are used as preclinical testing models or toxicity testing models.
There's a lot of optimism about the time frame that we would need in order to completely stop animal experiments. Personally, I think the time is right at the moment because of all the new opportunities that we have for alternative for animal models, whether that means that we stop totally in 2030. I think that's irrelevant. What is important that we're further accelerating the decrease in the number of animal experiments because we have those much better tools available.
So the discoveries that I've made personally here is that there are people working in totally different disciplines from me, but are essentially using similar technologies and they have similar goals. And I think we can work together perhaps to make those goals more readily available or accessible by working nationally and internationally.
I come from a commercial background, from the industry, from the business development background, so I didn't really know how the policy making process works, and I see that they actually come together to make up the whole healthcare ecosystem with people with real kind of expertise. We were here interactively challenged to think of from every perspective of expertise. So I really like that about this conference, and it's really good to be here.
I was excited by the SMEs, the small companies who are creating unique reagents, very innovative. Of course, their financial position is very insecure, but they're the ones implementing and developing the innovations we can use in moving forward. We just need now to accept them as a field. So some of these assays need to be independently qualified and validated, and that's where a lot of the agenda is going to be set in the future. Because if we have consensus that an assay works for a particular purpose, then it will be adopted.
Netherlands is at the forefront of replacing, or trying at least to replace, animal methods in Europe as an organ-on-a-chip developer, which could, as a technology, play a crucial part in substituting animal models. We are, of course, very keen to be part of that conference and to share our experience, our knowledge and our vision with anybody who is part of the conference.
There was a nice pitch of a PhD student who works in a company but also at the medical center, and I saw a really nice bridge where we can bridge fundamental or medical science into a company, and how these two different companies can feed into each other. A medical center with access to patients and a company with access to money or moving forward into selling a product.
I'm a data scientist, and I very strongly believe that we can improve a lot in the models that we set up by using the existing data that is out there in the public domain, in companies, to improve our experimental designs and also to improve the way we look at the data that we get out of those experiments. So that's what I hope to bring, but I really want to learn how people in the field deal with their experiments, with their data, what they need to make these decisions based on these data.
So the realistic side of animal-free experimentation is different for different people. What I learned, what people need to be made aware, that a lot of people are already working on it, and some things are realistic and some are not. And of course, we have to work together to make this clear for each and everyone that how far we can go and what are our capabilities. Of course, we can push the limits, but for that we need contribution from all parties, whether it's industry, academics, or politicians. And I think at least the politicians or the Minister of Agriculture, she agreed that we have to work together on this. That's the take-home message, work together.
TPI TV, for us, how we envision it now, is kind of like a mix between a YouTube channel, a social media network, but dedicated to animal-free innovation and dedicated to the people that are interested in that field. So there are different types of content that should be on it, there's different type of needs that should be met on it. If you share your presence here today, then at some point we're going to ask you to build a profile within the TPI TV network. So please do that, keep me updated.
when public and private partnerships stand up to invest jointly, we could add some money to help set up such a network for creating a platform for exchange of knowledge and other ideas. And what I would want to find out if we could internationally set up joint funding for initiatives. And I would like to challenge our ministries, together with the top sectors, to set up a real funding agency for this kind of new innovations.